Hey guys, what's up? It's Amy with Amy Reads YA. You may notice that I look exactly the same as my September wrap-up, and that is because I am filming my October TBR-ish. If you know me at all, you know that TBRs are not something that I can stick to. Readathons are not something I do well, but I always try, and that is what is important. So this month I'm going to actually be involved in two different readathons. One is a month-long readathon that I found on TBRandBeyond Facebook group. I will link that below if you have Facebook and want to get involved. And there is a fun little choose your own adventure map for that one. That's why I decided to do it, because I love a good map. The next one I will be doing is Spookathon. It'll be linked below. It's a annual readathon here on YouTube. So I have TBRs. They're ambitious, as always. But I figure since I read 11 books last month, what are we doing, Buck? Since I read 11 books last month, I might be able to pull this one out. So let's get started. I'm going to go with the Spookathon first because there's only 5 books, and there's actually one I have not picked yet because I'm not sure of any. So the first one, and you will recognize some of these books from my library haul video that is going to be up in the corner here for your suggested watch. The first one is for read a thriller, and for that one I picked Social Creature by Tara Isabella Burton. I gave a little synopsis of this before. It follows, first of all, it has to do with social media and the harm that social media can do, but also it's about obsession, and that is definitely thrilling. And if you don't believe me, here are some of the words on the back that I think encompass thriller. A compulsively readable, razor-sharp novel. Unflinching, cool, brutal. Glittering, breathless, precise. Explores identity in the modern world through a dangerous and magnetic friendship. I mean, these are thriller terms, right? So, and it seems like it's not very thick. Well, thrillers usually aren't. Anyway, I'm talking to myself. This is the book I will be reading for the Thriller Challenge for Spookathon. Spookathon will take place 10/15 to 10/21, the third week in October. The next one I will be reading for Spookathon is the challenge is purple on the cover, and for that I picked a book I picked up yesterday, which is Labyrinth Lost by Zoraida Cordova. Actually, I saw Zoraida Cordova speak on a panel at Baltimore Book Festival yesterday, and guys, this is the first personalized book. The first personalized book I have ever gotten from like an author who's not like a local author that's just like at a bookstore when I'm at a bookstore. So this is super, super cool. I'm excited. It is spooky. It definitely fits in with the October theme. So Labyrinth Lost by Zoraida Cordova. Obviously there's a lot of purple on that cover. The third challenge is not set in current day, and for that one I went with Suicide Club by Rachel Hang. It is set in the near future, which to me means it is not set in current day, and I'm gonna roll with it. This one is about a near future in which people don't die. Immortality is basically a thing. You live for like 300 years, and they're working towards immortality. So like people die, but it's an excessive life. And there is a group of people. One is the father of our main character, who believe that you should be able to die if you want to die, and they are part of this underground black market-esque gang, I guess, called the Suicide Club. So I think it's got a creepy premise, and it will kind of work for Spookathon. My whole goal is not to read like scary books, but like thrillers and books that kind of make me uncomfortable. And this premise is uncomfortable. I feel like I'm talking really fast, which I usually do when I have to go somewhere, so sorry about that. The fourth challenge is one with a spooky name in the title, and for that one I went with Dread Nation by Justine Ireland. I also got to see Justine Ireland speak. She was on the same panel as Zoraida Cordova yesterday, and they are friends in real life, and their energy and the way they play off each other gives me life. I think dread's a creepy name, or a creepy word, spooky word, so it works for spooky word in the title. Dread Nation, Justine, Ireland. And it's about zombies, so it fits, again, with the theme. Challenge number 5 is one that I do not have a book for. I think I have an idea of what I want to do, but I'm not positive. The prompt is a book with pictures, and I believe Neil Gaiman's Graveyard book has some pictures in it, so that's probably what I'm gonna do, but I don't own it, and I gotta figure that one out. That is it for Spookathon. Obviously some of these books are going to roll over. Actually, I think all of these books roll over into my month-long, but let's run down this real quick. So, the TBR and Beyond, it's a choose your own adventure. There's a map. I'm gonna read through all. I have not picked a map path, but I picked books for every prompt, so hopefully I'll be able to get to the top at some point. The prompts are a book with a killer, a mystery, dark fantasy, a book with a black cover or black on the cover, an anthology, fae involved, a book with a scary cover, a book with a creepy premise, a book involving nightmares, and it doesn't have to be someone having nightmares, it's what you define as a nightmare. A thriller, a book about witches, a book featuring a bad love, a book with red on the cover, a haunting, a book about the supernatural, a group read from the book, the TBR and Beyond group read one of them, and then there's a free space. So I'm going to start from the very bottom and just work my way up. Like I said, I'm going to actually put a link to the map down below, or a link to the Facebook page that has a link to the map. I'm starting teeny tiny, short and sweet. I could not come up with a book about a killer. Like, I went through my Kindle books, and I guess I could have read a nonfiction, because I've got some true crime books on there. But I went through there, and I was like, whatever. And then I went through my bookshelves, and I'm still like, I don't see anything. So I picked R.L. Stine, The Girlfriend, and I'm sure I read this at some point, but I don't remember what happened. But on the front it says, when she was good, she was very good, but when she was bad, she was murder. So I think she's a killer. There's probably a killer in this. It's, you know, it's R.L. Stine, so I think somebody gets killed. So that's what I'm rolling with for my killer book. The next one, I did pick a lot of Kindle books this month, because I feel like they always get kind of pushed to the back burner, unless they're like books that I've gotten from NetGalley. So I'm trying to pay more love to my Kindle books. So for mystery, I picked a novella. Oh my goodness. Having such a hard time today. This is called They Came with the Snow by Christopher Coleman. It is, I don't have much of a synopsis. I believe that it is a novella set in the middle of winter with some friends in a cabin, and something comes in the snow. That's for mystery, because who are they? Why did they come? Mysterious. The next, I'm great at this, you know. The next prompt is read a dark fantasy. For that, I chose Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas, and I think it's self-explanatory. It's book 2 in the Throne of Glass series. The next one is another Kindle book. The prompt is creepy cover, and for that one I chose Edwina. It's gonna be blurry. Obviously we have a creepy cover here, if you can see. Okay, the last prompt was actually not creepy cover, it was a creepy book. It worked for either. Anyway, this one is scary cover, which is another Kindle book. For scary cover, I picked The Sick House. If you can, that is frickin' scary. The Sick House by Ambrose Ibsen. It says it's an occult thriller. It's only about 200 pages long, but the cover is definitely scary. So I'm not even sure what it's about, but there's blood all over this person who doesn't have pupils. So probably scary. So the next prompt is Fae, and instead of picking A Court of Frost and Starlight, which probably would have been an easier, quicker read, I picked one that is so cringeworthy that people love it. I didn't realize how long it is. It's like 450 pages, I think, and that is the book 1 of the Fae Chronicles, which is Fighting Destiny by Amelia Hutchins. I don't know what I'm getting into when it comes to this, but I have a feeling I'm getting into very gratuitous sex scenes and maybe some bad relationships. So I only know what I have read from people posting on Facebook, but when I saw that it was free on Kindle, I was like, you know what? This sounds like my pile of garbage, and I'm gonna get into this. So there we go. That is Fighting Destiny, book 1 of the Fae Chronicles, and that will complete my Fae block. There's like nakedness on the cover. Like, I don't know what I'm in for here. Good lord. And he's grabbing her awful hard. Oh my goodness. The next prompt is anthology, and I am going back to a tried and true, amazing Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark by Alvin Schwartz. What the hell is going on? I think the neighbor's like chopping wood or something. I don't know. Must be chopping wood. It's scary. Especially when I'm filming this. So, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. If you have not heard of these books, it is a trilogy. Please pick them up. Amazing. And actually still super scary. So there's that. I love these books. Oh shit! Ah! Never mind! Oh shit, I just got so excited. Jumping back over to Spookathon. These books have pictures. Yes! Challenge completed. Ah! I'm excited. This is cool. I love these books so much. They're freaking scary. They're for children. They're not for children. Read them if you have not. The next book is something with black on the cover, and for that I am going to go with Suicide Club by Rachel Hang. Not going to talk about it because we already did. The next one is a free space. I think that for that I'm just going to throw 3 Dark Crowns in because it is a little bit creepy and I am still reading it. So the next one is the group reads. You read any of the 3 following: Scream All Night, Girl at the Grave, or Escaping from Houdini. Come on, Bubba. I have already read Girl at the Grave, and you cannot use a book that you have already read. So I think I'm going to see if I can get Scream All Night or Escaping from Houdini at the library. Probably going to be difficult to get Escaping from Houdini. So I'll probably go Scream All Night. And I'm blanking on who the author is, so every book I mentioned will actually be down below. I tried to do that. The next book is a book with a supernatural themes, and for that one I'm going to go back and I'm going to double use Dread Nation for the 2 challenges. I mean, zombies are supernatural, right? So it works. I couldn't believe there wasn't a zombie prompt on the readathon. And the prompt is haunting, and the title may be confusing because it says something else in the title. Ah! I don't have a pretty cover. The cover actually of this book is gorgeous. The book is The Witch of Willow Hall by Hester Fox. I've heard that the book is actually a lot less about witches and a lot more about haunting and ghosts, so I chose that one for haunting, because I have another book picked for witches. The next prompt is A Bad Love, a book about a relationship that's questionable and probably toxic. I am finally going to read You by Caroline Kepnes. I'm just losing today. Oh well. I'm really excited to read that because I want to watch the Lifetime movie. I want to watch the Lifetime rendition. I'm really struggling here. So I have to read the book first, obviously. And I don't think that there is a love that gets more bad than that. Coming down to the wire here, a book with red on the cover. For that, I picked Perfect. I have already read part of this, but I've only read about 25% or so, so I'm going to count it. I haven't read it in so long, so I might actually just want to start from the beginning. I don't know. But this is Perfect. It's book 2 of the Flawed series by Cecilia Ahern, and book 1 is amazing. So, red on the cover. You can't get more red. The next prompt is Witches, which I am reverting which I'm reverting back to Zordia Cordova's Labyrinth Lost for this one. It is about a witch, and a witch. A witch and a bruja and a brujo, which is a male witch and a female witch, I believe. Second to last is Thriller, and I'm going to use the book that I was using for Thriller for the Spookathon, which is Social Creatures by Tara Isabella Burton. And finally, the last and final prompt is Nightmares, and for that I chose Any Man by Amber Tamblyn. This may not seem like a good pick for nightmares, however, it actually says on the back, as bold as it is timely, Any Man is a tribute to those who have lived through the nightmare of sexual assault. Sexual assault is a fucking nightmare, and timely and blah blah. Bring it back at least. You're not even in focus. I think that it works perfectly for the nightmare prompt. So that wraps up my TBR and Beyond Choose Your Own Adventure TBR and my Spookathon TBR. It is 17 books. There's not a chance in hell I'm getting all these books read. That is all I've got. If you like the randomness that I bring to this channel, then please like, comment, and subscribe. All my social media is down below. That's all I got for now, guys. I will see y'all later. Bye.